the team isn't quite able to sync up with that.
Not quite just yet. However, this round has slowed down a little bit in the final 45 seconds as we go into a 3 versus 3. Feels like with those couple of kills coming back the way of NaVi, it's balancing things out ever so slightly. And Joe, you think for a player they put up to be a young gunner who'd be able to hit shots like these, but he still loses it.
What?
He sees his head the first time, sees it the second, but Shaiiko... and taking first blood. Now you should see things escalate pretty quickly. With one being dead, a second one comes down. Ranchero swinging around for yet another. They even find one coming down white. Shaiiko this time. They're just picking NaVi to pieces here, it feels like. There is one left alive. BDS reminding everyone of the kind of form they're capable of. Blur has got it all to do by himself. Plant going down, 4 versus 1. It's fair to say we know how this first round's going, but it is a double kill for Blur. Is there a potential clutch on the cards? No, there's not, because Shaiiko does what Shaiiko does best, and he slays 3 members on the map.
I want to say that the difference...
So for the side of BDS, a bit of work being done on the garage door. So not only have they cleared most of the map, not only have they got Shaiiko pushing his way down yellow again as he finds a kill onto saves, they've just got 2, 3, 4 angles on the go at once. There's no worry about playing for trades because they're confident they can find kills.
Kendra has decided enough is enough, and he'll slap down one of the big fraggers of Day. There we go. This is what we're after. Lems will also walk on in, and I don't know, this round is playing out the same. Another round in the hands of BDS, and it looked promising there when Kendra started to move up and challenge the player outside the breach. I thought to myself, yeah.
The site itself to force even more utility to have to be used, and you can tell by just how many holes in the floor there are exactly what the game plan is here for NaVi. There is no peace inside that site. You need to take control of downstairs if you're going to be able to get away with this, or get some kills through the floor as Ranchero has just achieved. Kendra, I think he didn't see him because of the scope for a brief second there. Ranchero with a near miss, Kendra as well, but both members will walk away unscathed, at least for now.
Well, if you're a BDS fan, they've still got enough numbers to do this, but time is dwindling in NaVi. They look like they have everything they need to deny it. 1 C4 still in hand, no more pulse to work with, so that will be the detriment. But look at how much of this floor is open. They'll plant on top of the filing cabinets, and if they want to win this C4 is going to have to bounce, but they don't know.
They just have no idea where the plant was going down. It was on those back cabinets, and saves being contested at range. Can't afford to push it through the corridor. That leaves it all down to the site players who haven't got a C4 or a dream between them, it seems. Another kill comes up upstairs as Burride brings down saves, who got himself into a very strange position. Finds a second for himself onto Kendra. It's a 1 versus 3 for Blur. He's been here once this map, and it didn't go too well the first time. No expectation for what it should change here. Down to 25 HP. That's going to be BDS going 3-0 pretty comfortably here against the UK side.
Why do I get the vibe that Burride just knows exactly what...
Shut down an attack, and I think we saw it in LATAM actually. I believe one of the teams managed to achieve it on Villa with a hop up through the study hatch, but outside of that, we haven't really seen it happen. Same way it's not happening for Doki in this game at all. Rafal getting yet another shutdown. It's just looking a bit too uncomfortable here for NaVi as even Shaiiko finds a second, and all by the 2-minute mark.
Attackers recovered the bomb.
I just have no idea how they're just doing this with ease, and it's every single player on BDS. It's not just one. Usually it's the Shaiiko show, but it's now the BDS show. And on NaVi, well, it looks like the only show being put on is by Kendra, and he's got a lot to make up for now because this is looking really bad.
Can only imagine the kind of emotions running through this NaVi team. Like, how do you even fight against that? It gets instantly traded out because Burride somehow clicked the head at the right time. Unbelievable trade to come through. Great reaction from both players. But sadly, NaVi already being down in a 2 versus 4 now find themselves in a 1 versus 3 as a result of that trade. Nothing much more to say as Kendra tries to go onto Rafal. Isn't going to hit the shots. Rafal collects his second of the round. Doki to kick things off. Kendra to close. BDS are 4-0, and this is looking like an absolute storming from the French side.
And to be a player who usually can pop off if necessary, not needing to, that is just amazing for the side of BDS and BDS fans.
Oh, good night, Blur. 11 average for the first few weeks. Renshiro, again, best rated player for the longest time. Alem sometimes on his day can really step up. But today, apparently, it's still the Shaiiko show. And Joe, he's a no-show. 0 and 5 in these 5 rounds.
Bomb located by attackers.
I just don't know what to say. I mean, at this point, if you're NaVi, you just got to try something. Is it? Oh, not that. But
yes. Can we just point out
something.
how many times have BDS killed a NaVi member through the floor this game? I'm probably counting up to 6 or 7 at this point.
I can't speak.
It is brutal. Someone call 911. There's a murder on the go at the minute, and this is looking like it's going to be over quick. Even in the second half, it doesn't matter what amount of strategy you put behind it. All the gunfights are going the way of BDS, and even when all things are equal, they cannot find anything on the side of NaVi. 5-0 to BDS. And you know, Jess, this is the thing, right? I think BDS are like the team. Anytime someone's at a wrist or on a window, there's like a yellow run out potentially. He's just waiting somewhere, and he's watching the player who was on the anti-chamber repel, and even moves across to kill saves. He is a support player on 6 frags in 6 rounds. It's unbelievable. Kendrew finds one back onto Rafal, at least balancing the tables temporarily, sorry. But I do wonder, even in this spot, can they do enough to get even 1 round in this half?
It seems like, and I said before, Kendrew seems to be the only one putting on a show for NaVi. He seems to have the answer. I don't know if it's random aggression, and Shaiiko again, there we go, Doki gone. This is what it kind of is, being in places that BDS don't expect, don't have a drone on. That's kind of where Kendrew's been able to assist and put the difference maker in for the team. The difference maker's not enough, but it's still something that Kendrew's critically thinking about what's going on and how to counter it, and the rest of the team isn't quite able to sync up with that.
Not quite just yet. However, this round has slowed down a little bit in the final 45 seconds as we go into a 3 versus 3. Feels like with those couple of kills coming back the way of NaVi, it's balancing things out ever so slightly. And Joe, you think for a player they put up to be a young gunner, he'd be able to hit shots like these, but he still loses it.
What?
He sees his head the first time, sees it the second, but Shaiiko is just better. 3 versus 1. Blur for the 3rd time this half is in a 1vx. He's going to try. He's going to fail. Renshiro's going to put him in the dirt. BDS are 6-0 after oh, it's unbelievable. Honestly, cannot believe the way this one is.
Together, 1 singular round, that's all you want, just to give yourself some kind of presence in this particular best of 3. Remember, it's not over until it's over. We've got a best of 3 to work with here. You can't miss those shots, Doki, my man. You're going up against the one and only Shaiiko and you're losing out. What is going on?
They're just getting ruined, and at this point, I imagine Kendra and Sayers are looking at each other and just shrugging their shoulders like, what can we do? Genuinely, what can we do? We can't clear them out the map. Shaiiko's still running around like a lunatic. He's found a triple kill. Kendra's in the dirt. He completes it with the 4K, and that just summarizes how this map has gone. BDS, total domination.
Can't.
Pray that you'll be dead to me.